Dear Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. President of the Academy of Science, members of the Government of Srpska, Professor Lovric, members of the editorial committee for the Encyclopedia, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for extending this invitation for me to talk about the International Encyclopedia of Statistical Science, brilliantly edited by Professor Miodrag Lovric and his two collaborators, Professor Jasmin Komic from Bosnia and Professor Zinja Dumicic from Croatia. On August 9, 2009, I received an email from Professor Lovric inviting me to contribute an article in the Springer's International Handbook of Statistical Science, in which many well-known statisticians and Nobel Prize winners around the world will be contributing. At first, I thought it was a hoax, because the scope of the Envisage project was gargantuan and required a sense of dedication far beyond the usual. I have not heard of Professor Lovric, and I wondered whether anyone had the fortitude to attempt to wade through this labyrinth of this Tower of Babel. I also did not like the idea of bringing out such a monumental undertaking in the name of a publishing company. After a series of exchanges of emails, I realized the single-minded devotion of Professor Lovric in undertaking this huge project. The name was also changed to International Encyclopedia of Statistical Science. I decided to participate in this path-breaking endeavor. This project envisaged getting contributions from over 600 people, coming from over 100 countries, where English is not their native language. Many nations have conflicts among themselves with differing cultures, religions, languages, and ways of life. To meld all these contributions to an acceptable level of coherence will be a daunting task even for the stout-hearted. Statistics, along with probability, is a very important subject which has contributed to the progress of civilization. The formulation of the Fermi-Dirac statistics paved the way for the development of transistors, which went on to integrated circuits and thence to main-body computer frames. Random sampling in the development of life-saving drugs uses statistics for testing their effectiveness before being released in the market. In the development of newer gyroscopes with the lower drift rates for inertial navigation platform, statistics was used extensively to set the specifications so that they conform to a certain level of confidence and repeatability. It is the keystone of Kalman filtering, which is used extensively in inertial navigation systems to improve position accuracy. It is also used in forecasting and trending stock markets and in making informed decisions in every walk of life. Statistics and probability have thus become ubiquitous in everyday living. I remember their oft-repeated adage in the 50s, there are lies, more lies, and there is statistics. We have come a long way from that time, and it is very imperative that statistics must be given its due importance because it permeates into every walk of life. Realizing its importance, Professor Lovric and his collaborators, Professor Jasmin Komic from Bosnia and Professor Zinja Dumicic from Croatia, embarked on this very bold adventure of making statistics well known to peoples of the world. Not only that, there was an added benefit which I will touch upon. I really admire the single-minded devotion of Professor Lovric to this project and his willingness to share the honors with colleagues from every part of the world. What is extremely noteworthy is that Professor Lovric has personally convinced the authors from the different warring nations of our world to come together to contribute to this encyclopedia. This in itself is of far greater import than the spectacular conflicts in small parts of Europe. The tireless efforts and the personal eloquence of Professor Lovric is finally fructified into this magnificent work, which has clearly demonstrated that peoples from all parts of the world can come together peacefully for a common cause education, and knowledge. This project is a testimony that not only a few people from the warring Yugoslav nations can come together, but also peoples of the conflicting nations of the world can come together for a common effort that can promote world peace. The making of this encyclopedia by far transcends the conflicts in the sub-regions of the world and permeates into the global effort of bringing together the warring nations in one unifying force, knowledge. This is why the Nobel Peace Prize comes into play, and Professor Lovric and his two collaborators have admirably succeeded in the noble and Nobel effort. By this tremendous effort, not only statistics has been served, but also world peace has been served as well. I wish that this nomination evolved into this actual prize. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank this august body for inviting me to deliver this video talk. Thank you very much. Goodbye.